Hey everybody, this is Charles West of Divine Spark Healing and Coaching for Spiritual Adrenaline, and I'm here today with my buddy Paul McGill. Paul, thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Paul is actually coming up on 5 years of recovery.
That's right.
Congratulations,
yeah.
man. That's awesome. I've known you ever since you first got on that path, and so things are like really taking off for you. You know, I know that Paul has definitely all of the 12 steps are solidly a foundation in your life, and actually other areas of your life are taking off as a result. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. You know, I think everything is a spiritual matter. So I've been taught, you know what I mean? It's all been taught to me. So it's a spiritual matter, and then when I can be spiritually fit, then other parts of my life become fit, you know, as a direct result. I'm able to find fitness in obviously my body, you know, in my mind, in my love life. I'm right now trying to work on my financial life, the fitness of that. And so, you know, I see it all as spiritual. And when I can tap into that, anything is possible.
And so the other day we were actually talking about a couple of other things that you do and things that you are now becoming aware of beyond the 12 steps, that because of the spiritual foundation you have with the 12 steps, you now have access to other things. Like you'd mentioned Abraham Hicks, and you mentioned also how like your life and your recovery is not linear. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, being honest, open, and willing, which is, you know, how I got to Rachel W. I find that I'm a seeker. You know, when I'm open-minded, I'm a seeker, and I can find new ways of tapping into my spirit, of finding the nuance of my life and what works for me. And I can try new things and stick with the things that work. But it's all experimentation for me.
But you learn how to trust yourself.
Right.
You can trust your choices. You can trust your decisions, right?
Right. Well, because I'm choosing decisions that are to better my spiritual life.
Yeah, awesome. Well, and in fact, yesterday, Paul came into the studio and he received a Divine Spark healing session, and I used a lot of these stones on him and also this tuning wand as well. And so that was just last night. And so how are you feeling today as the result of your session?
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, to be absolutely 100% honest, I felt so open during and after the session. And then I saw Dear Evan Hansen last night, which I opened even further, you know, emotionally. And so I definitely felt a contraction happen. So really for me, it was about the work of maintaining the openness. So I had to take time today to, you know, this is the daily reprieve. I had to take time today to center myself and to open myself back up to where I felt, trying as hard as I could to where I felt last night.
Right. Wow. Well, listen, Paul, thank you for joining us today. I know that Paul is actually directing and choreographing a film right now called U-Turn, and it's about cell phone addiction. We're going to provide a link at the end of this about where you can see that film. But Paul, thanks for joining us today. Again, this is Charles West of Divine Spark Healing.